Hi, I'm very happy that you're joining me again in this making of videos. This time for this week, for those as again as I am assuming, I am assuming that you've already went through the audio, the music postcard that was put on YouTube this week, and I am referring to the splendid song by Maria Griver, Volvere. Starting with the translation, which would be in English something like, but I don't want to say it like because it's going to sound funny. Many people may even relate this expression to the very famous science fiction movie because volveré means that I will be back, or yeah, I will return. Maybe better. It sounds even better if I say if I that I will return because I will be back. I'm afraid it's way too famous, but it's good in Spanish because in Spanish we don't use that word. In Spanish we keep the volveré. Well, as I was just saying, Volveré is a song by Maria Grieber, a very famous song. And when I chose to make it part of the music postcard series, I thought, or I had in my mind an interpretation many years ago. I believe it was 2007. I may not have that information at hand, but let me take a look at that because that could be the reason why I'm thinking it's 2007 is because there were around 2 to 3 years when I had the chance and the equipment to make some recordings with a video camera. And that's why I am assuming that could be the date. And no, that is in fact 2005. That means that this recording that I heard from the very first time with Ana Caridad Acosta, let me take you back to Ana Caridad Acosta once again. Well, there is a video of hers. There is a full concert, a recital that she had at the Palacio del Arzobispado that is in the playlist of the conciertos en el Palacio del Arzobispado, which you may find that are also part of this channel, and you will find the whole all the pieces that she sang that day. And out of that presentation, I had in my mind the Volveré. And you know, there are certain phrases that one usually keeps in his mind, and the expression that I have in my mind is exactly that one, the Volveré. We will go in detail and when it appears during the song and how I think it must be sung and how she does it. But it's basically, I didn't know that was the name of the song, but just the way one sings that single word is what made me fall in love with it. And I remember that I had in my mind the expression Volvere, and even though I didn't know what words came before and what words came after that, I kept very clear in my mind that way of singing the Volveré como vuelven, and you will realize about that. So, no more talk from my side. Let's start listening to Ana Caridad Acosta's rendition of this amazing song. Of course, the piano, as you can see, is just also splendid. Well, as you could hear, Ana Caridad Acosta, just as everything she sings is just amazing. So perfect. And now let me see, where can we start? Well, let's follow now with translating or putting some sense on the song. It starts saying, and I would like to refer that there is this introductory part of the song is as you see the tempo is moderado, and and it says, yo sé que por mi ausencia mucho mucho has llorado y sé que habrás pensado que al fin te olvidaré, pero es que no comprendes que estamos tan unidos que el día que menos pienses a tu lado estaré. That's where actually ends the first part of the song, which I like to call an introductory part. And the tone of it, if you notice, I'm not sure of how much music you can read, but it is for middle bass voices. This part, I mean, if you're singing it, you're not going to your center register. You are, for the most part of the song, in the low center and low notes of of the register of your voice. That would be just for those who are technically interested in that. But the importance of that, it's and if for those who are familiar with Ana Caridad Acosta's voice, and I am putting it here as an example because that's exactly what happened later. Ana Caridad has a tremendous powerful contralto voice. And if you heard her rendition, she studied very deeply the song, and at no moment you can hear those extra powerful low notes that she has. She keeps all the tone in. Yo sé que por mi ausencia mucho, mucho has llorado. And what I would like to exemplify here is that I'll try to explain it the way, at least the way I understand it. You take out all the power or all the chest and power of your voice, and you try to sing not I wouldn't say with a fil di voce because it is not to that extreme, but you are singing in a position where more than power and volume or showing off your low notes, what you are doing is that you are giving like a light, I would say like a wave of your voice, like the lightest wave of your voice. And I will go back also to the expression wave because you say, yo sé que por mi ausencia mucho, mucho has llorado, but you don't go into drama because despite, and let me translate it there, the singer is referring that I know that because of my absence, because I am not here, you have cried a lot. And I also know that you may have thought that at the end, I will forget you. But it is because you don't understand that we are so united, that we are one, that we are so united that one of these days, just one of these days, you wouldn't even realize I will go back and be with you. So it is trying to put some comfort on the loved one without falling into full drama. You don't say, yo sé que por mi ausencia mucho, mucho has llorado, because that is not the tone of the song. All the tone of the song, and that's what I would like to start going to the expression waves because that's in fact one of the words that one uses here. And from my perspective, and any other singer or interpreter, if he would like to, or even yourself, if you would like to go through the song, I myself feel like Maria River wrote it as in waves. You see, my thoughts were one, two, five, the 10, the more than 20 times that I rehearsed this song. What came to my mind is that I felt that Maria Grieber had written it in waves. Like if you were looking at the ocean, at the sea, when we are either in a boat or from the beach, and if you are like me that you like looking at the waves, you see, and then comes one wave very slowly, doesn't make a lot of noise, then covers part of the sand on the beach, uh, has some foam and then goes back to the sea. I feel that this is the kind of rhythm and expression that Maria Grieber actually put into this song. It is not a sea, it is not a set of waves. You know that there are sometimes the waves are higher, the ocean gets riskier, but not this time. This time the rhythm and the rhythm of the waves and the sensation of the waves covering the sand and then going back. It's like that, like trying to bring some comfort to the person you are not with, and you say, I know that because I'm not here, you have cried so much you have cried. And I also know that you think that at the end I will forget you. But that is because you don't understand that we are so united, then feels like the wave arrives, that you are so united that one of these days you won't even realize when I will be right by your side. When he says right by your side, like the wave goes back into the sea, but this very calm sea. That's the way I picture it, and that's why I feel that Ana Caridad, from of course from her own perspective, it would be very interesting to ask her on how, of course, she being this splendid musician that she is, of course she realized that this is very intimate song. My interpretation now is that of course you take out all of the power of your voice and you give just uh, just enough voice to go to bring this sensation. Yo sé que por mi ausencia mucho, mucho has llorado y sé que habrás pensado que al fin te olvidaré, pero es que no comprendes que estamos tan unidos. And now that we heard to que el día que menos pienses, that day that I will get back to you, this expression is so beautifully written in Spanish. I have said it many times in the videos before that she writes to a perfection to the rhythm of the natural Spanish that it is que el día que menos pienses, and it is also so very elegant and affirmative, not only the notes that she wrote, but the way she put it in here. So when you come from que estamos tan unidos, and then you come very affirmative, que el día que menos pienses a tu lado. And you remember that I was saying that it is like the wave now is going back to the sea. That's the sensation that I have when she keeps the a tu lado estaré. When you finish the estaré, it's like the wave, this very calm wave is going back to the sea, and then arrives a new wave with a little more brio. That's exactly the moment, that's the time when you reach for the very first time the title of the song, and you say, and you realize how it is also very how the new wave, even though it has a little more brio, now it is a legato and with a very beautiful expression. You go like Volvere como vuelven las más inquietas olas. I also thought when I was, and it also has to do with the expression that comes a few lines later, that it is not only like the waves are coming from the sea and you watch them covering the sand. I also felt that this is some sort, I feel it that way, some sort of a lullaby for the person you love. Yeah, remember that I was sharing with you that I feel like you are bringing comfort to the person you love. Oh, it's written, by the way, on the as sung by a woman, so the the expression for a man is natural. I kept that one because I have also made an entry in one of the blogs that I feel we are in the 21st century and we are old enough to accept that a woman can sing to a woman and that a man can sing to a man, and of course, a man to a woman and a woman to a man. So any combination is possible. So we are so very old to start thinking of whether the sex needs to match the gender of the singer and the person that it is sung for. So I'm not spending more time that just to tell that we are mature enough to accept that anyone can sing to anyone. So I was saying that I feel that this is like a lullaby, like lying to bring some comfort. And if you picture, just imagine that you have your beloved one, the person you love, like lying, like sleeping, very calm, or like trying to reach the calm in his or her dreams. And you arrive, like it says, I will be back, or I will return as the waves, and that's where the expression arrives, las más inquietas olas, as the waves of the sea that are all covered in their, the foam that make. So I will return just the same way as as the waves do, as they are covered in their foam to cover, and exactly with your foam, you will cover his or her beach. So here there is a comparison between the body or the person that you love, and you are covering him or her just the same way the wave covers the beach. Goes back again to Volveré como vuelven las blancas mariposas. I will also return as the white butterflies return, as they return to the flowers. You know the expression su néctar alivar, you know that they they actually feed from the flowers. Making a comparison from my perspective, or this gives the idea of kissing the beloved one, then goes back to the expression Volveré por la noche cuando tú estés dormido. I will also return by night, as or when you are asleep, trying to keep calm or to bring quiet or to bring peace to this sigh, and I will kiss your lips. And you will kiss her lips, but you are not to know, you are not to know that I was there with you. Because just as another wave from the sea, I will go back into the sea. I will go back into the sea. For some reason, I also think that this is some sort of words that one gives to a person thinking, or my thoughts are that in fact the singer is already dead because it gives many images and it gives la expression as if he or she was actually dead. The whole song never tells you about being in physical contact again. Gives many beautiful expression, but it is always like I will be there, but you will never realize. I will be there and kiss your lips, but you will not notice. And so that you will not notice, I will go back again into the sea. And that confirms why you are trying to bring some peace to the beloved one. Maybe because the singer is already or actually dead, and this lullaby or the thoughts from the other life, if it does exist, is to bring some peace and comfort to the person you love. Um, Going back just to the expression of the Yo sé que mucho has llorado, tus playas a bañar, las blancas mariposas, and remember that I was saying that that's exactly where we finished the first part. A tu lado estaré when the first wave went away. Now we have a new wave, and the new wave arrives. Volveré como vuelven las más inquietas olas, envueltas en su espuma, tus playas a bañar. Volveré como vuelven. If we skip it, because this video is already over 20 minutes, which is usually the limit we have here, let's go back to the final expression. Uh, I think for this time, I think that it is very valid to sing a higher, longer, and more with more. There are several ways to do it. Either you can just finish with this note, and I was saying flotando, and I'm not sure if the right expression in English it's floating, because you say me perderé en el mar again, also with not with a full voice, and you can keep like this song. When I think that if you keep the note for longer, even when the piano stops playing, gives also the idea of the last wave. We have referred to those waves of the sea very several times already. From my perspective, you are referring to the last wave, and the wave goes back into the sea, as you say, Volvere como. And when you say mar, the last mar, you say mar. When you wrap the voice in the expression mar, from my perspective, it is like the last wave is going back to the sea. An amazing, beautiful song, and incredibly difficult to sing for voices that are not naturally light, like mine. I had to make too many efforts to try to put all the spin tone, dark color, and low notes of my voice to not so that it wouldn't sound too operatic. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you sometime soon. And moreover, that you keep enjoying this very beautiful music that we have the chance to share together in this series. Thanks, everyone, and hope to see you once again.